Imagine you're driving home on a rainy evening and suddenly you lose control and hit a tree. The rain's coming down hard, you've got Ed Sheeran blasting on the radio. Classic driving conditions. Then bam! You're staring at the business end of a tree that clearly wasn't moving out of the way. The damage is extensive, and the repair costs are daunting. This is where collision insurance steps in, providing crucial financial protection against such accidents. But what exactly is collision insurance and how does it work? Let's dive in. Alright, let's talk about collision insurance. This isn't just some bureaucratic nightmare dreamed up by insurance companies to make your life difficult. It's actually your best friend when it comes to fender benders, collisions, or any unfortunate encounter with stationary objects looking at you, innocent mailbox. Whether you hit another car, a runaway shopping cart, or even your own garage door, hey, it happens! Collision coverage has got your back, literally. It helps pay to repair or even replace your vehicle if it's been damaged in an accident. Now here's the kicker, and listen closely. Collision insurance isn't required by law, unlike liability insurance, which most states mandate you have. However, if you're leasing or financing your car, your lender will likely require it. Think of it as their way of ensuring they're not left holding the bag if your car resembles a crumpled napkin. It's like when you lend someone your favorite sweater. You kind of expect it back in one piece, right? But here's the thing. Even if you own your car outright, skipping collision coverage to save a few bucks might not be the wisest move. Imagine having to fork over thousands of dollars to fix your car after an accident. Suddenly, that insurance premium doesn't seem so bad, does it? It's all about weighing the risks and deciding what you're comfortable with. So you've had a little fender bender. First things first, take a deep breath. Unless your car's on fire, then check for any injuries and call the authorities if necessary. Once you've taken care of the important stuff, it's time to navigate the wonderful world of insurance claims. Contact your insurance company and report the accident, providing all the necessary details. They'll guide you through the process, which usually involves getting an estimate for the repairs, and if needed, having your car towed to a repair shop. Now here's where your deductible comes in. Remember that magical number you agreed to pay when you signed up for insurance? That's the amount you'll have to shell out before your insurance company starts covering the costs. Think of it as your contribution to the Oops, I crashed my car fund. Once you've paid your deductible, your insurance will cover the rest of the repair costs, up to the limit of your policy. Of course, the amount your insurance company pays also depends on the severity of the damage. If the cost of repairs exceeds your car's actual cash value, basically what your car is currently worth, they might declare it a total loss. Don't worry. It's not as dramatic as it sounds. It just means they'll cut you a check for the car's value, minus your deductible. And you can start your search for a new, hopefully less accident-prone, vehicle. As we mentioned earlier, collision coverage isn't always mandatory, but there are certain situations where it's about as optional as wearing pants to a job interview. If you're leasing or financing your car, your lender will most likely insist on you having collision coverage. They're essentially loaning you a significant amount of money to drive around in a shiny new car, so they want to make sure their investment is protected. Think of it from their perspective. You crash your car, total it, and now you're stuck making payments on a vehicle you can't even drive. That's not exactly a win-win situation. So, to avoid this unpleasant scenario and keep those lenders happy, collision coverage is non-negotiable in most cases. They want to be sure that they'll be compensated if the car is damaged or totaled. Now, even if you're the proud owner of your vehicle, free from the shackles of car payments, collision coverage can still be a lifesaver. If you're still making payments on your car loan, your lender will likely require you to carry collision coverage until you've paid off the loan. They want to make sure that they'll be compensated if the car is damaged or totaled. We get it. Insurance documents might not be your idea of a thrilling page-turner, but trust us, these two little documents are your best friends in the event of an accident. First up, we have the declaration page, the VIP of your insurance policy. This bad boy contains all the essential details of your coverage, including your policy number, coverage limits, deductibles, and the all-important dates your policy is active. Consider it the Cliff's Notes version of your insurance contract, minus the legal jargon that could put a room full of lawyers to sleep. Next, we have the insurance ID card, your trusty sidekick that you should always keep handy in your wallet or glove compartment. This little card serves as proof of insurance and includes your policy information, so you can easily provide it to law enforcement or other parties involved in an accident. Think of it as your insurance passport, verifying that you're covered in case of any automotive mishaps. Now, here's a pro tip. Keep digital copies of both your declaration page and insurance ID card on your phone. That way, you'll always have them accessible, even if you accidentally leave your physical copies at home or, let's be honest, buried under a pile of old receipts and parking tickets. In today's digital age, there's no excuse for not having these essential documents at your fingertips. Plus, it saves you from awkwardly rummaging through your glove compartment while a police officer patiently waits. All right, let's talk about the benefits of collision insurance, because who doesn't love a good perk? First and foremost, it provides financial protection after an accident. Think of it as a financial safety net that prevents you from draining your bank account to fix your car. Instead of shelling out thousands of dollars for repairs, you'll only be responsible for your deductible. That's a pretty sweet deal, right? But wait, there's more. Collision coverage also gives you peace of mind. Knowing you have this coverage allows you to hit the road with confidence, knowing that you're protected in case of an accident. It's like having a trusty sidekick who always has your back, no matter what chaos unfolds on the road. And let's face it, driving can be unpredictable, so having that extra layer of security is priceless. And here's the cherry on top: collision insurance can even protect your credit score. How, you ask? Well, if you're unable to afford repairs after an accident, it could lead to missed loan payments or even defaulting on your car loan, which can put a serious dent in your credit history. By having collision coverage, you can avoid this financial pitfall and keep your credit score in tip-top shape. Let's face it, nobody likes talking about money, especially when it comes to insurance premiums. But understanding the costs associated with collision coverage is crucial to make informed decisions about your policy. The cost of your collision insurance is determined by several factors, including your driving history, the make and model of your car, your deductible, and your coverage limits. Think of it as a personalized recipe for your insurance premium, with each ingredient influencing the final cost. Generally, the newer and more expensive your car, the higher your collision coverage will be. After all, a shiny new sports car costs a lot more to repair or replace than a trusty old minivan. Your driving history also plays a significant role. If you have a history of accidents or traffic violations, your insurance company might consider you a higher risk driver, which could result in higher premiums. It's like getting a reputation for being a bit too reckless behind the wheel. But here's the good news. You have some control over your insurance costs. By choosing a higher deductible, you can lower your monthly premiums. Just remember that if you do have an accident, you'll be responsible for a larger portion of the repair costs. It's all about finding that sweet spot between affordability and coverage that fits your needs and budget. Now let's talk about when it might be time to bid farewell to collision coverage. As your car ages, its value depreciates, and at some point, the cost of collision coverage might outweigh the potential benefits. If your car is worth less than 10 times your annual collision premium, it might be time to reconsider carrying this coverage. Think of it like this. You wouldn't spend more on insuring a beat-up old bicycle than it's actually worth, would you? Another factor to consider is your financial situation. If you have a healthy emergency fund that could cover the cost of repairs or replacement if your car were damaged, you might feel comfortable dropping collision coverage. It's all about assessing your risk tolerance and making sure you're financially prepared for any unexpected bumps in the road. However, before you make any hasty decisions, it's always a good idea to discuss your options with your insurance agent. They can provide personalized advice based on your specific circumstances and help you determine if dropping collision coverage is the right move for you. After all, they're the experts in navigating the often confusing world of insurance. So there you have it, a crash course on collision coverage. Remember, this isn't just about fulfilling some legal requirement or appeasing your lender. It's about protecting yourself financially and having peace of mind when you're behind the wheel. Think of it as wearing a helmet while riding a bike. It might not prevent you from falling, but it could save you from a world of hurt if you do. Now, we know that insurance can be about as much fun as a root canal, but it's a necessary evil in today's world. But hey, at least we've tried to inject a little humor and clarity into this often dry topic. Remember, knowledge is power, and now you're armed with the information you need to make informed decisions about your collision coverage. So go forth, drive safely, and choose an insurance policy that fits your needs and budget. And if you ever find yourself facing a mountain of insurance paperwork after an accident, just remember, at least it's not a mountain of repair bills you have to pay out of pocket. Stay safe out there, folks.